Hey everyone, John from Weapon Manipulation and Tactics bringing you the review on the Code HSP D3 Carrier. I finally had some time to go out and spend with this. I know I posted several weeks about a review that is coming. I finally got time to do the review as well as go out and use it. Something like this, I see people going out and going to the range with their buddies, plinking, using this to just hold some extra ammo after the line's been cold, or as main use, in my eyes, would be training courses. And typically when I'm going on training, I'm using like a sure grip padded belt or something like that. This is something that's going to be way more low profile. My only concern with taking it to a training class is rifle mag capacity. This setup only has 2. You can add another one that adds it to 4, but how far out will that be? Obviously, I mean, you could take the measurement and stack it, but that may be a bit too bulky. It may be something I try in the future just to see how it's set up, how it works, but currently this is my favorite setup with it. As far as the design of it goes, you can see obviously it's completely modular, which is awesome because this setup may work for me, it may not work for you. You may want to move things around, flip-flop, upside down, I don't know, whatever you want to do, but it gives you the flexibility to do exactly that, whatever your heart desires. As far as the durability goes, I mean, if you've owned a piece of G-Code before, you don't even have to question that, but I mean, it's solid. It's rock solid. I really honestly think they have some guy at the G-Code factory that just his job is to sit here and just do this with him all day with a hammer until he gets tired or something breaks, and I think the tired comes first before the breaking, because I haven't had the ability to break anything G-Code, and I've got quite a bit of G-Code stuff. As far as the price point goes, exactly as you see with the leg kit as well as the triple pistol mag holder, you're looking at $142.45 before your taxes and shipping and all that jazz. There is a lead time on something like this. Don't let that steer you away. I've always ordered stuff from G-Code and sat and waited. It is always worth the wait. Do not steer clear of it because of it having a lead time. These guys take their time, they build beautiful kit. Don't be weary of something like that. As far as this direct competition, something else that's in basically the same category, I see the High Speed Gear Costa leg panel. Now, while I don't own that piece, I have seen it at many of Costa's classes. It looks like a very good setup, and I do have a lot of experience with tacos, and that's what I'm going to kind of base this 2 cents off of. So don't take this as I've used that piece of kit and this is the end-all be-all of my opinion. But when I'm typically at classes, I'm always running like a sure grip padded belt with a couple double-decker tacos and then usually a pistol taco as well. Issues that I've always run into and what Costa preaches and stuff like that is getting the gun back in the fight, and if you have to, use part of your kit to do so. Use your gun holster, use your mag holster, use something, use the wallet, use your keys, it doesn't matter, get the gun back in the fight. So something that I've noticed during training at his classes as well as bringing all that information back and training at my own range is the tacos don't really give you the ability to do anything like that because they're not rigid. They only have those 2 pieces of Kydex on the side that are rigid, and that's really about it. That's all you got. So when you're trying to run the gun off of it, it just simply doesn't work because it just folds over, the shock cord gets in the way. So the few times that I have had success with it, once you get the gun back in the fight, that carrier you have to stop, correct it, fix it, do whatever you have to do to get it to basically untangle itself, because that's what happens every time. And typically it'll collapse in, the pistol one will get all knotted up, and it's a mess. So with this, since it's rigid Kydex, you don't have anything to worry about. And I've run the gun off of each one of these points, and as you can see, there's not anywhere, there's nothing. I have run it off this spot back here, and you can see, I don't know if the camera will show it, but there's a couple little chew marks. And the issue that I was having was getting a solid spot for it to grab onto the rear side of the gun. There's sometimes it would work, other times it wouldn't. Sometimes it would slip off and you'd have to come back and really drive it off of it. But most of the time it was a success. But that was only in a rare instance where I was still trying to manipulate the gun while on my side instead of rolling on my back, doing what I had to do, and then rolling back over. So just something to think about. My finishing thoughts on something like this, I don't really have much to say. I would run out, buy it right away. I mean, I don't really have anything bad to say. That's really about it. I mean, the only bad thing, I guess, is I wish I had more of them. So I had different patterns and stuff. Would love a mandrake one to go with the different types of colors we'll have out here in the summertime. So that's really about it. So nothing negative to say that I can possibly think of. So if you're on the fence about buying this, don't. Just buy it. It's simple. Alright, so if you guys have any questions, please post it up. You can contact me here on the YouTube channel, Facebook, my web address, whatever, doesn't matter to me. But this is John, Weapon Manipulation and Tactics.